I wish, well, she was not quite beautiful. I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market. But, Mother, no, he's the best cow. She's given us no milk for a week. We've no food nor money and no choice but to sell her. But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world. Look at her. There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump, big enough to be a hump. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Fetch the best price you can. £5. Less than 5. Now go. Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own, and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed. Knock, knock, knock. Who might that be? It's the witch from next door. The old enchantress told the couple that she had placed a spell on their house. What spell? In the past, when your mother was with child, she developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddleferns, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, 'cause I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, harassing me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him, right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair, but I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear, and we'll call it square. I had a brother? No, but you had a sister. But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. I thought I had been more than reasonable. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? What? Beans. Beans? The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang, crash, and a lightning flash. And, well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, unless the big day came, I made my claim. Oh, don't take away the baby, they shrieked and screeched. But I did, and I hid her where she'll never be reached. And your father cried, and your mother died when for extra measure I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son, that your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, and I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens, especially the beans. Then the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell. You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the water slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood! Ladies, our carriage waits. Please may I go to the festival? The festival? You'd make us a fool to the festival and mortify the prince. The carriage is waiting. We must be gone. Good night, Father. I wish. Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket. 6 beans. I wonder if they're the witch's beans. We'll take them with us. No, you are not to come, and that is final. Now, what am I to return with? You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold. The cow is white as... And so the baker, reluctantly, set off to meet the enchantress's demands. As for Cinderella, I still wish to go to the festival. But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit Mother's grave, the grave at the hazel tree, and tell her I just want to go to the king's festival. Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow, into the woods to get the money. Into the woods to lift the spell, to make the potion, to go to the festival. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king, to sell the cow, to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, then out of the woods, and home before dark. Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree. I wish... What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. I wish... Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish. Shiver and quiver, little tree, silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish. No less than 5 pounds, sir. Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans. Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here. Good day, young lady. Good day, Mr. Wolf. Whither away so hurriedly? To my grandmother's. And what might be in your basket? Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong. And where might your grandmother live? Further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time. Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Mother said not to stray. Still, I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf. Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Ow! Is harm to come to that little girl? In the red cape. Forget the little girl and get the cape. That's the cape. Get it. How am I supposed to get it? You go up to the little thing and you take it. My Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. I'll never get that red cape, nor find a golden cow or a yellow slipper. Or was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow? Oh no. The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as... What are you doing here? You forgot your scarf. You have no business being alone in the wood. Now go home immediately. I wish to help. No, the spell is on my A cow as white as milk. Hello there, young man. Hello, sir. What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest? I was heading toward market, but I seem to have lost my way. What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do there? Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds. 5 pounds? And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do? I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat. Beans? We mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must. Huh? Beans will bring you food, son. Beans in exchange for my cow? Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic. Magic? What exchange her for a sack of beans? How many beans? 6. 5. We can't part with all of them. We must leave one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least. Could I buy my cow back someday? Well, possibly. Good luck there, young lad. I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate. Take the cow and go home. I was trying to be helpful. Magic beans. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit? If you know what you want, then you go, and you find it and you get it. Do we want a child or not? Home. And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret it. Will you please go home? There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion. And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood.
Okay.
As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me." Rapunzel. Rapunzel, what a strange but beautiful name, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand before her window and ask her to let down her hair to me. Hello there, little one. Where did you get that beautiful cape? I so admire it. My granny made it for me. Is that right? I would love a red cloak like that. You'd look pretty foolish. May I take a look at it? I don't like to be without my cape. Please give it back. Forget the little girl and get the cape. Ah! I just wanted to make certain that you really loved this cape. Now you go to your granny's, and you be careful that no wolf comes your way. I'd rather a wolf than you any day. If you know what you need, then you go, and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more. I need that cape. And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after... Good day, grandmother. My, grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big ears you have. The better to hear you with, my dear. But grandmother, what big eyes you have. The better to see you with, my dear. Oh, grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have. The better to eat you with. With his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap. That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd, where's the little one? Grandmother. Ha! What is that red cloth in the corner of your mouth? Looks to me to be a piece of... Aha! I'll get the red cape from within your stomach. What a fright! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf! Kill the devil! Granny! Quiet, child. This evil must be destroyed. Well, I will leave you to your task. Don't you want the skins? No, you can keep them. What kind of a hunter are you? I'm a baker. Mother said straight ahead, not to let her be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot and a little bit not? Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here, are you certain? Yes, maybe Granny will make me another with the skins of that wolf. And so the baker, with the second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack, only a dolt would exchange a cow for beans. Mother, no! To bed without supper for you. Little did they know those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens. Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through? I don't think so, sir. I think I see her over there. I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before. Thank you. What a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the king's festival? Yes. Aren't you the lucky one? If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide. Tell me about the ball. It's a very...
So a little disclaimer. if I did not see this footage through, so if there is any swearing, please tell me what part in the video in the comments, and I will fix it right away. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happens when your sister sings out her whole play in front of Fortnite kids. Bye, I'll see you all next time. Bye.